Hi, this is 365801 and this is my BL recommendations and TBR video for the Buzzword Readathon or the 2021 Reading Challenge, and this is for the month of May. Now, as usual, if you would like to take part in the Buzzword Readathon, head on over to Books on Lala, that's Kayla's channel, where she has an excellent video which will tell you all that you need to know about taking part. She will let you know what the buzzword is for each of the different months, and she will also be able to give you recommendations for that month as well. So for the month of May, the buzzword is house, and it also includes the word home. I'm very glad that it's just these two single words, no longer a thematic month. The thematic months are killers. They are just so taxing. It's just way too much for a big TBR. I can't. Anyway, May will be good. And I know it'll be good because there will be a very small number of BL titles that will have the word house or home in them. And that's something that I'm looking forward to, having a nice, easy month. There are loads and loads of books that have house and home in them, but in terms of BL titles, there's not a huge number. So I'm really glad about that. So the first thing that I did, as I always do, is head on over to my spreadsheet that has all of my BL titles in it and searched for the word house with a great big smile on my face, knowing that there would not be that many titles that would come up. And the first thing that comes up is not even a title, it's the author. Matsumoto Miyako House, As Many As There Are Stars, which, as I mentioned last month, is a title that would have been really good for Galaxy Terms, and I have only read once. I do own it, but it's in my other collection, so unfortunately I will not be able to read that. What a shame. So the next title, or I should say the first title that comes up, is His House Volume 1. This is by Hajin Yu. This is a netcomics title. I only have Volume 1. Did I purposely buy Volume 1 way back when I saw it on sale because I knew that this month was coming up and I didn't have anything to read? Yes, maybe. But did I bother to get the other volumes? No, I did not. This is volume 1 of 3 volumes. I don't have them all, unfortunately, but I might be able to read them anyway. So the second title that comes up for the word house is Mamiya Dollhouse. This is by Kazuhiko Mishima, and this is a June manga title which I managed to snap up for a bargain price of £4.49. I'll put a link to the manga haul video that I talk about it. Oh, I'm so pleased that there's a second title that I can read that's print, and I am looking forward to this. It shouldn't be too long. It looks quite good and it's in great condition, so I'm actually really excited about reading this title. Now, I did also search for the word home, and unfortunately there are no titles in my personal print collection that have home in the title. However, there is an author, Home Run Ken, or Ken Home Run. I always think of it as Home Run Ken, and Clan of the Nakagamis, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Now, I don't have Volume 1 in my collection here, but I do have Volume 2. Is it The Devil Cometh, which is just silly. It's supposed to be a comedy. I have no idea what it's really about. I know I've kind of briefly read the first volume and I've never read the second volume, so I could always give the second volume a wee go. And so that was it. I only had those titles in print in my collection that came up for house or home. So I headed on over to Sublime, where they did have one title, and it's Bad Boys Happy Home. And unfortunately, it's not available yet. It's only available for pre-order. Now, it is by Showa, but the art is by another artist. It does look interesting. I am looking forward to it coming out. Hopefully I will get a copy for a good price, but it's not available to me at this point in time, so it can't go on my TBR. You can hear my voice that I'm not that bothered. Now I also headed on over to Renta, even though every time I go over to Renta I look and I see stuff and I think, well, it's going to cost me, and I still have loads of Futekia titles to read, so I probably won't buy it. I did search for House and of course Home. There is a title though I'm interested in, and that is Our House, Love Trouble. Now I just absolutely love the artwork on the front. It just appeals to me, and I don't know why, but every time I see it I think I really, really want to read this. So I might be tempted to try and pick this up and give it a wee read. It just looks so interesting, and it might be one that I enjoy. So, well, it depends on how much reading I get done. Hopefully, I'll get everything else read first. Now, of course, I also headed on over to the June manga website. I always do, but it's quite interesting to see that so many of the titles that do come up on their website are available elsewhere. Now the first one that comes up I can see is An Abandoned Cat's House, which I think just looks lovely. It does sound like something that I would want to read as well. It kind of has that sort of set in the past kind of feel to it, so that'd be interesting. Our House Love Trouble is there too for $7.99, which is actually cheaper than Renta, so I might be better off getting it there because I can actually download the PDF. This is why the June manga is actually quite a good place to go to. A House Near the Station with a Wizard I will talk about in a second. Now, of course, I went on over to the Lesbian website, as I always do, to check to see what they had. I typed in the word house and loads came up, which is really amazing considering there's very few BL house home titles elsewhere. They had a lot. So you've got My Housemate, The Warehouse, Wolf in the House, which is really popular, Penthouse XXX, and Following Namsu to the Bathhouse, which I've actually read quite a lot of because it was on Wait Until Free in 2019. I think it's on Wait Until Free now as well, as is His House. So I'm really, really pleased. I'll be able to read up to, I think it's chapter 45 or 46. So I'll be able to read volume 1, and then as the month goes on, I'll be able to read a new chapter every single day, which I'm really excited about. There was also one title with Home in it, but I don't think I'm going to pick that one up. And of course, lastly, we come to the Futekia Library website, which I have been subscribed to for a while now. A House Near the Station with a Wizard! Yay! It is available on Futekia. This is Imai Yumi, I think. And I have seen this every single time I have scrolled, so I knew I was going to have at least one digital title to read on the Futekia website. So I'm very, very happy that this is available. This will be probably the first one I read. I'm really looking forward to it. Now, I wasn't sure if there would be any more titles, just due to the fact that I knew there was one, but then of course I'd have to scroll through everything else, which I was annoyed at the start of the year, but I'm actually really enjoying my scrolling now. It gives me a chance to refresh what's on the site, what I've read, and certainly what I haven't, and there's an awful lot that I have not actually managed to read yet. So the second title came up, and that is Home of the Biting Dragon. This is Hama Kumi's title, and it was uploaded January the 23rd, so that's why it's one of those newer titles that have been uploaded, and they continuously add more and more to this site, which is brilliant, and they do occasionally take things away. I've noticed that was a recent thing, but I've absolutely been loving every time I come on. There's always something new that I haven't checked out before, and that is available now to read. Now, it was a real surprise to me to find that there was a third title. This one is Life in Our Hometown with Me and You, Isinio Aya. I'm having difficulty trying to say that. Anyway, it looks interesting, it looks good, it looks kind of homely and domestic. It is something that I probably will enjoy reading as well. At this point in time, when I was scrolling, I thought, I don't think there's anything else that's going to pop up. That's it, that's your whack. But as I've said, it's been good to go through everything and see all of the new titles that they've been adding. It's been so exciting, of course. It does make me think that I'm way behind in all of my reading plans for Futekia. I had planned to read at least 2 full titles every week. And so I've been looking at all of these titles that I really want to read, and I think that might be a good chance now for me to read those titles that I've been putting off or that I haven't been able to get around to reading. So catch up on my Futekia reading. So that's my plan for May as well. Now, as I mentioned, I was super surprised that as I was getting to the end, this is the tease section, I came across The Pure Knight's Shining Journey. And The Pure Knight's Shining Journey, The Road Home. So it has home in the title, which means I will have to read The Pure Knight's Shining Journey first before I read The Pure Knight's Shining Journey, The Road Home. So I was actually able to get another title in there. So that's 5 volumes altogether for Futekia that I will need to read. So that was everything that I went through for the Buzzword Readathon for the Buzzword Home and House. As you can see in front of you, there is Mammy a Dollhouse that I was really pleased to be able to get a copy of, and volume 1 of his house. This is one of 3. So I will be able to read, I know, his house, the remainder of it, possibly on Lesson. I think it's also available on Tappytoon. Let me know if that's correct. I don't think there are any other house or home BL titles. But please let me know in the comments below if you're like, what is she talking about? This one is available. I do want to read more house or home ones. But this is it. This is my TBR. There's only 2 titles physical. And then when it comes to Futekia, there's the 5, and then whatever I want to read on Lesson. If there's any wait until freeze, I can go back to the bathhouse with Namu. I don't know. I think that it's going to be an easy month for me for reading, and I'm honestly really pleased about that. I'm super pleased. But I will be reading a few other things as well. As I mentioned, I do want to try and increase my prose reading, which I have been doing. And I've decided to read Caged Slave. There is another yaoi novel that I really want to read, but I have not put that out there yet. Wait until next week, next Saturday probably, for my manga haul video. It's arrived, I'm excited, I really want to read it for May, but no, I'm holding off because I'm not going to tell you about it. And I'm going to put Caged Slave down as well. This is a nice short one. Businessmen, salarymen, happy to be reading this one. It won't take me too long. I've also put The Clan of the Nakagamis up there as well. If it's there, I may as well add it to my TBR, which would mean I have 4 print volumes. What I don't have up there is a long running series, and there's a reason for that. I think what I would like to use my May month for is to catch up on some of the TBR that I have missed out. So the Futekia titles that were on the TBR that I haven't read yet, like Red Theatre, I really want to read that. The Awkward Silence that I started and didn't finish. Also Little Butterfly, started, didn't finish. So there are quite a few volumes that I would like to complete. So I'm going to use May as a completion month. I have not yet got my I Hear the Sunspot limit to volume 3. It's not come in the post yet as of just now. So this is just before the last week of April. I know they're having issues in the UK. Some people have got theirs already. I'm so jealous. I'm a wee jelly. And I don't know when I'm going to get my copy. So I haven't continued reading with that. I've just kind of gone, right, I'm going to wait until I have the copy so I can read it all together and like be completely immersed. So yeah, I am putting off my long running series or any extra reading. I'm just going to go for it. One of the things with the Buzzword Readathon and the planning for my reading is that I didn't necessarily plan for rereads or mood reading as as much as I could have. And I love rereading. I have done some rereads like Black Sun. Black Sun was great. I reread it every year. It's brilliant. But it was for Buzzword. So a lot of the rereads that I've done have been for the Buzzword Readathon. But in terms of creating my TBR for the month, I haven't necessarily allowed myself to mood read as much. Or if I have, I've felt guilty about it. So I'm giving myself a bit of an easy month this month. I only have what's in front of me, not a lot. And I will be able to read some of the things that I've put off or I didn't get round to, or read things that I really want to. I have to be honest, this month so far, I have read or I listened to an audiobook and I loved it so much, I just stuck it back on and listened to it again as I was doing things. I loved it so much. And that's one of the issues. Sometimes I read things and I want to reread them straight away. And I haven't really been giving myself that pleasure because I have other things on my TBR to read. So yeah, I'm going to be taking an easy month. May is my birth month, so I will be having my birthday, which is always emotional because the transience of life. But hopefully I'll get some goodies out of it. I usually have quite a nice gift selection of book tokens and things like that. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some books or some book tokens off of family members. Yeah, gimme the books, all the books. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having an easy month. I will also, of course, be having my, hopefully, fingers crossed, my manga collection for 2021. It's been a full year since the last one, so I thought I would do a kind of up-to-date version, a 2021 version, because I have added a lot of titles since then, so it might be quite fun to do that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get that done as well. So lots to do, but maybe take it easy and be kinder on myself. That's the plan anyway. So yeah, if you have read, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I listened to our Yaoi recipe episode for Caged Slave. So I think this is going to be a good one. As far as I remember, I've read it already. I know I have, but I think it's going to be a great one. So I'm looking forward to reading Caged Slave. I'm looking forward to His House as well, but I don't really know very much about it. So if you've read His House, let me know. Is it good? I want to know. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Thank you. Hopefully it's a lot shorter than usual. I don't know. But yes, thank you for listening, watching. I make videos about male romance, yaoi, BL, and all that good stuff. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you fancy, if you want. And yeah, remember, every day is a BL day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.